Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Bannon here with another time lesson. Before we start, I want to do a quick review of our video from last week. Remember, in second grade, we have to be able to tell time to the nearest 5 minutes, which can sometimes be tricky when the hour hand falls between two numbers. If the hour hand is between two numbers, then the hour must be the number that the hand just passed. So if the number is between the 2 and the 3, then the hour must be 2. Let's try one. Here's our hour hand. Remember that it's our shorter hand. And it is falling between the 4 and the 5. So the hour must be the number that the hand just passed. Therefore, it is still 4 o'clock. So remember, we always do our hour first. Now let's go back to our minute hand, and that's our long hand. We're going to start at our 12, and we're going to make our flower. So I'm going to do my first jump. Remember, we count by 5s, so that would be 4:05 and 4:10. And then we stop where our minute hand is. So the time on our clock right now is 4:10. I'm going to give you another one, and I want you to try this one by yourself at home. So remember, hours come first, minutes come second. So let's move our clock. Okay, I'm going to give you just a couple of seconds to think about it at home. All right, so we're going to start with our shorthand. It falls between the 8 and the 9. So remember, our hour has to be the number that the hand just passed. So in this case, the hand just passed the 8. Now we're going to go back up to our 12 and we're going to do our jumps. You ready to count by 5s with me? All right, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, my marker's getting low, 25, and 30. So our minutes is 30. So the time on our clock is 8:30. So if you got that correct, good job. All right, moving on to this week's lesson. Not only do you have to be able to read clocks to the nearest 5 minutes, but you also have to understand the difference between AM and PM. The easiest way for Miss Bannon to explain this is to think of AM being the morning time and PM being the night time. Now, something special to remember is that AM always gets 12 hours of our day and PM always gets 12 hours of our day. The 12 plus 12 gives us 24, and we know that there are 24 hours in a whole day. So I want us to think about this AM and PM line as you guys work on your packets this week. So in the nighttime, it's dark outside, so that's Miss Bannon's moon. Tried to do my best. We have something called 12 o'clock AM, which is also known as midnight. So this is probably when you guys are asleep. So we have 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Some of you might be getting up for school at this time. 7 a.m., you guys are probably on the bus or in your car on the way to school. And by 8 a.m., you guys were already with Miss Bannon. So then we would keep going. 9 a.m., the sun is out by now. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and then something happens and we change over to 12 p.m. This is also known as noon. So this is about the time where you guys would come in from math or come in from lunch and we would begin math. So the sun is out, it's bright, it's hot during the day. That's when we start our PM. So then on this side of our timeline, We go from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. This is where we're getting out of school. You guys are starting to go home on the bus. 4 p.m., 5 p.m., maybe you guys are starting to cook some dinner with your parents or getting picked up from daycare. We have 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Maybe this is your bedtime, so you can see it's going from daytime back to night. So we have our moon and our stars are in the sky. 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and then something happens while we're asleep and it changes back to 12 a.m. So just like over here, it happens all over again and it starts this whole timeline over every single day. So I want us to talk about one example together and then I want you to try one by yourself. So the example that I have for you is brushing your teeth before you go to sleep. So I want you to think, do you brush your teeth before bed over here? Or would you do it over here after school? You guys might do your homework. It's becoming nighttime. So if you said the PM side, you are correct. You usually probably brush your teeth around 7-ish or 8 o'clock. So this is the time that you're getting ready for bed, PM. That's the night time. I want you to try one by yourself now. Here's my example for you. Eating lunch at school. So I'm going to tell you what time we used to eat lunch at school, and then I'm going to give you a second to look at our line and try to find it yourself. So we would eat lunch at 11:15. So would that be over here in our AM section, or would this be over here in our PM section? All right, so if you said 11 a.m., then you are correct. So remember, AM is the morning time. That's when we're in school. And then PM is when you're getting out of school, getting ready for bed, doing your homework. And then our day starts all over again. Okay? So I hope this anchor chart is useful to you guys this week as you are working on your packets at home. Remember that when you're determining if it's AM, it's usually the morning time. And when it's PM, it's afternoon or night. I want you guys to know that I miss you very, very much. I love you. You're working so hard at home. I want you to keep up the good work, and I will see you soon. Love you.